Just out for a bit of a walk this morning, enjoying the last of this great weather before the wet season sets in. I gotta say, Pattaya's a little weird in the mornings. It is just after 10 o'clock right now, and there's this really weird mix of people out at the moment. There's people that are still clearly raging on from last night. There's people like me that are out walking and exercising. And then there's people getting on it, starting the day fresh in the bar. Alcoholism is a real big issue here in Pattaya. And I'm talking about people that live here, not people that just come visit. If you come visit, go nuts, go drink every day. Binge drink, wake up in the morning and go on 4-day benders, whatever. Like, that's cool. If you're on a holiday, that's completely different. But what I see with the expats and people living here, particularly people retired here, it is concerning how many people are hitting the bar really early in the morning. Now, this is not just a Thailand thing. I know I spent my whole life managing restaurants and bars before moving out here. So I know I used to work at a really high-end bar that was in the financial district of Sydney. And we had tons of people that would come in before work and throughout the day and just drink all day. I even had a few guys that would like text me before they were coming down so that I'd have the drink ready for them on the bar. They could just come down and scull it and go back into the office. You know, they're going for a cigarette break or a toilet break or whatever. Proper, like real functioning alcoholics. Now, where this gets concerning is if you're moving out here to retire or to start a new life and you fall into these patterns, it can very quickly come unraveled. And actually it does all the time. You hear stories about this constantly living here. There are 3 main mistakes that I see people make when they move out here, and they're the same ones over and over again. Everyone falls into one of, well, not everyone, many people fall into one of these categories. The first is not separating yourself from holiday mode. So when you come out here on holidays, you experience Pattaya or Thailand in a different way than you should when you live here. When you come here on holidays, it's like, yeah, let's go crazy, let's spend money, let's do stuff every day, let's have an action-packed week or 2 weeks or however long you're here for. But when you live here, you need to really slow down the pace and not fall into the same pattern of living like you're on holidays, because eventually that will come to a crash landing. Now, the second big mistake I see people making all the time is hanging around with the wrong people. And what I mean by that is making friends in the bars, and that's inevitably what's going to happen if you're hanging out in them all the time. But what will end up happening is that becomes your life, and then when you want to go see your friends, you have to go to the bar and you have to go drink and you have to go buy drinks for your friends that work in the bars. And this is, not only is it a hollow friendship and not a real meaningful relationship, but you're just opening yourself up to all the potential of just, it's the same old story. Fell in love with the bar girls, you drained you of all your money, and you became an alcoholic. And then the third is not finding proper hobbies and activities and things to do that doesn't revolve around drinking, because there is endless things that you can do that revolve around drinking. There's always something on here, but it is important to have hobbies, have activities and things you enjoy doing that aren't in a bar. Taking a walk down Soi 6, I just wanted to see if anything was open here. Nothing's really open. However, there are still some people strolling around here that appear to be on the arse end of last night. Now, when you live here and you're settled here, you need to get good at saying no to people, which is really difficult at first because there is always something happening here. Always something happening here. It's always someone's birthday or some kind of event, and they will always revolve around drinking. So let's just say you made friends with 50 people here, which sounds like a lot, but I'm not talking really close friends, just people that you know. And believe me, when you live here, that happens very quickly and very easily. If you have 50 friends here, then on average, there's going to be one birthday a week. Obviously, they're not all going to be spaced out like that, but there'll be sometimes, and honestly it works out worse sometimes, there'll be 4 birthdays in a week that you feel obligated to go to, and this is where you need to really be strong and say no sometimes. Something I think people often forget is if you live here in Pattaya, you live by the beach, you can come down here, chill out. You don't have to have a beer in these seats. Look, it is great to sit down here and have a beer. I love doing it, especially to watch the sunset, but you don't need to, especially if you're trying to take a break from drinking. Come down here and have a coconut. I've recently gotten into reading for the first time since high school, I think. So I like to just chill out here, read a book and drink a coconut. Now, I mentioned I've started reading, and this is something I've always wanted to do, but always struggled with. I've never been good. I've got terrible concentration, so I'll read a whole page, I get to the bottom of the page and realize I have no idea what I've just read. I've been, my mind's just elsewhere. But lately, that's all come to an end. Last month when I was down in Phuket, I mentioned I was partnering up with Fruiting Body Mushrooms, and what they are is a mushroom supplement company, basically. They're not magic mushrooms, they're natural supplements, and they've got a variety of benefits. There's so many different ones that you can take for different things. I actually take a combination of 2. These are for mental clarity and for memory and focus, nootropics and lion's mane. I take 2 of these each every day in the mornings, and these have been a game changer for how I live my life, honestly. They really help me with things like my video editing, and even now in speaking to the camera, I find it much easier. I have way more clarity, as the bottle says. I'm able to find my words much easier and much quicker. This entire video is not scripted. None of the videos that I make are scripted. Everything that I'm saying, even right now, is just straight off the cuff. So I won't go on too much about the products. Check them out for yourself. Fruiting Body Mushrooms. I've got a discount code that you can use that's 10% off. That code is keis1. I'll leave a link. All the information is down below, but these are made in Thailand. Great products. Something I truly believe in, and that's why I really push Brendan for this partnership. So check out Fruiting Body. Down in the description, there's a link to everything, the discount codes, everything you need to know is there. And honestly, give them a shot. These have changed my life. So right now, I'm just gonna go meet Sam. We're gonna have some lunch, and then I've got a really fun afternoon planned. There he is, drinking in soy sips.
I'm drinking a coffee, thank you very much. Don't forget to like and subscribe!
So come to grab lunch at a place called La Plug. I've got a pesto pasta. This is an awesome spot right on the beach. Check out this view. All right, that is lunch done. Now for some fun. So we have come to Pattaya Kart Speedway. There's a few different ones out here. This one looks the coolest. I don't know if it's the best, but I just found out they have racing karts. So you can get the regular kart, they've got a special kart, and the racing one. So that sounds like something that I would enjoy. How's that, Sammy?
Oh, that is completely exhilarating. My heart is like...
Yeah. Actually, I was thinking when I was driving, it's been a very long time since I felt like that level of adrenaline, just where you kind of black out and you're in the zone.
Oh man.
So much fun. I had more fun on this than I did on the dirt bikes the other week. I think I lapped Sam 3 times. Well, that was, and I'm gonna say it, the most fun I've had since I've been in Thailand. That was unreal. It's been a long time since I felt that level of like adrenaline, and I love it. I love racing. I love it. It took me back to racing dirt bikes. It's that same feeling. I'm actually okay at racing karts. Like, I've only ever done it just a handful of times, but there's Hamilton Island in Australia. I set the track record on, it's a holiday destination, and then I put in a day record once at another track. So it's all racing. So if you got that racing mentality, it just comes naturally to you. I have just the best time. It's like you black out and you like nothing is going on, just you're focused on that. I'm still pumped up, as you can probably see. Oh man, I've calmed down a little bit now. So doing stuff like this, if you live here, I think is really important, and it doesn't need to be go-karting. Like anything positive that keeps you out of the bar, essentially. People come down here, they play golf, they do all sorts of things. I had the time of my life out there. I haven't had that much fun in a really long time. These karts absolutely rip too, like fast enough. But I feel I'm on such a high right now. And this is just a great example of something you can do where you're not getting sucked into that vortex that is Pattaya. We've just come down to, it's a beautiful afternoon, so we came down to the beach. I'm having a smoothie, Sam's having a beer. I'm a little bit jealous.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, smoothie is damn good though. So I'm not trying to paint myself like an angel. I am no stranger to a beer. I'm no stranger to...
You are no angel.
Yeah, I'm no stranger to a 4-day bender down here in Pattaya. But I do think if you live here, it's important to take breaks from time to time. So at the moment, I'm just having a little break from the beers. I haven't quit or anything like that. I'm not a quitter, but I do think it is important to just, balance it out. Everything in moderation, including beers. So we're just going to kick back here. I'm going to have my smoothie and look at Sam's beer, and I'm going to watch this beautiful sunset.
Cheers, buddy. Thanks for a good day.
That was fun. Try those go-karts. That is sick.
I nearly had him.
I lapped him on the 3rd lap.
You never
had me. You never had your car.